Hello everybody, this is Gouf and Fox coming at you with a 400 cost rated space match here. And in this match here, we're going to be using the Gundam EZ8 HMC, which is a 400 cost raid. And yeah, this is going to be my first match, and as of recording, my only match using this suit, but it was just such a really good match, and I really enjoyed using this suit here that I really just wanted to make a video about it as soon as possible. Just kind of go over some of the things that I liked about it and why I think it's overall a really good suit. So yeah, the Gundam EZ8 HMC, yeah, it's actually a relatively new mobile suit. It came out a week before the Z Gundam did, so yeah, probably like, say, roughly around 4 or 5 weeks is probably how long this suit has been in the game for, and yeah, as you can see, it does have a heavy attack. A little spoiler for some of the things that it has, but yeah, it is a pretty cool suit. I do like the way it's designed. Kind of briefly go over that, especially with the back thrusters, and kind of like the way it has all the bars on it. It's a really cool looking design. Like, it helps differentiate it from the regular EZ8 a lot. And I already like the EZ8 design. I think it's a pretty cool design for a Gundam, and seeing this one, which I didn't know the suit existed until its addition to GBO2. Yeah, I really like how they designed the suit here. With your weapons here, you do have some really nice picks here. Well, I say picks. You can't really change your weapons, but you have a nice loadout here. And I'm going to be starting off with the primary weapon. That's going to be a beam spray gun. I think it's the beam spray gun 2, actually. And this is a really neat spray gun. If you do regular fire, it does a rapid burst, and then you can also charge it for a instant stun. And another interesting thing too is that this weapon also has ASL, which I feel like is not something you see with a whole lot of beam weapons. Some of them do, but I feel like it's not as common as it really used to be, so really cool feature to see on this suit here. You do have a single beam saber as your primary melee. You do have 2 melee weapons, but for your first one, it's just a single beam saber. And this has a pretty similar melee pattern to the regular EZ8, but the main difference is that this one is connected to your heavy attack, and you'll see me make much use of that heavy attack later in this match when we get around the enemy base. Typically, I'm not one to use heavy attack suits like that. Some of the ones I've been using recently have been the Engage Zero Booster and the Nero Trainer, and there's a heavy attack right there. Very nice pattern there, but really, when it comes to heavy attack suits, I like play them for a bit and then really just kind of stop using them. Heavy attack suits have never really been my thing, but this one here just feels really nice to use. The heavy attack readies up really fast, and also just packs a wallop, so really enjoying the heavy attack that this suit comes with. And even then, the standard melee is pretty good. Again, you have that EZ8 downswing with this suit where you pull the beam saber in front of you and boost forward, so that is pretty cool. You have the 35mm Vulcan as your first sub-weapon, and these are pretty standard head Vulcans, but they also have really good stun accumulation, so really like that. Then you also have the HMC Beam Saber ×2. This is the other melee weapon I was talking about. And yeah, pretty standard pair of double beam sabers, I feel like. Really good for following up after you do a heavy attack. So, yeah, really nice option to have there. You can probably initiate with it too. It kind of depends on, I feel like, the situation. But having 2 beam sabers, those are going to have more reach than your standard beam saber. So, really useful in that regard. And then the main skill that I really want to talk about with this suit here is going to be the thruster binder control system. I don't use it a whole lot in this match here. I think I actually only use it once, and I really don't last too long to make any decent use out of it. But what this does is that's kind of like the booster skill for the Engage Zero and the Engage Zero booster. The only difference is that you do have to initiate this one by using the touchpad, and this does allow you to fire your primary weapon while boosting, and then I think it also increases your attack and your speed as well. That's all I can really remember off the top of my head it does, but yeah, if I was to get more matches with this, I'd probably try to make a bit more use of that skill. And you can see here going in for the heavy attack again. You look like you have 3 swings with this one, and yeah, again, just really good heavy attack there, but yeah, it's really everything I think I have to say, I guess another thing I should mention too is that you do only have 2 melee swings with your weapons. That is something to remember if you're used to playing the more traditional raid with 3 melee swings. This suit only has 2, but I really don't think that's too much of an issue for the Space EZ8 here. Because again, as you can see here, really just making use of that heavy attack. Took down that Gym Sniper 3 pretty much with just the one swing, so yeah, it is a very powerful tool to have. And as you see there's the downswing for the double sabers, and again, you have like some really good reach with that, able to hit multiple targets. So, yeah, really cool what they did with the suit. It's a pretty basic kit as well, which I think is another one of the reasons that I like it. It's pretty straightforward with what it's trying to do. I think with the beam gun as well, I think if you land the full uncharged shot, I think it actually should be able to get a stun, last I remember. But, yep, as you can see here, just trying to wait for the enemy team to spawn back in. We do have a pretty big lead on the enemy team here, and really just right now trying to attack the base since I really don't have too much else to do. So yeah, just trying to take a few pot shots. I don't think I'm doing the most damage, but right now I am going to start moving, and we did plant a bomb in the enemy base as well. But I'm going to be starting to ready up that heavy attack and really trying to see who I can go after first. Looks like the Pale Rider space type there was going to be my target. Although I did only hit one of the swings, I was still able to at least follow it up with my double saber. So that was a pretty good opportunity there. And right now, just trying to get behind cover. And I did also use the booster skill there, but again, not going to last really too long to make the most use out of it. I think I tried to actually go in for a charge shot with the beam rifle there, the beam spray gun, but I think I let go of it too early. Either I let go of the round too early, or I let go of my boost too early, because, well, it did not decide to fire, so that prevented me from getting a stun there, but looks like we are going to be able to get the enemy base. That is going to give us a pretty decent lead over the enemy here, and I'm going to try to see if I can regroup with my teammates as quickly as possible. And yep, looks like that's going to be it for the base. I do see somebody is low health. Looks like it might be the, yep, Ricdom 2 GH. Going to finish him off with the double sabers here. And right now, really just trying to see who I can clean up here. I see that there's somebody there who is low on health. Not sure I'm going to pursue him though, because I do see there are 2 enemies above me. And I don't want to try to get too deep in enemy territory here. I am trying to at least stick somewhat with my teammates here. Did try to go for downswing with the single saber, but unfortunately I was just too far away to really land that on the Pale Rider. But I tried to take a few more shots at what I think was the Gym Sniper 3, but really couldn't do much because the timer went down there, and that's going to be mission completed for our team here. So let's see how we did with the Gundam EZ8 HMC. Top in individual and top in damage dealt. Going to be praising my team's Gym 3 Sniper. First place overall with 9 kills and 2 loss. Not too shabby there. And yeah, it's going to do it for the space match there in the Gundam EZ8 HMC. Again, really been liking this suit from the one match that I've been able to play with it. I really want to use it on ground since this one space match is probably going to be a rarity. Probably after this it's going to be pretty impossible to get into space matches, as tends to be the case in GBO2 sometimes, but I will be wanting to try this thing out in ground matches and see how it goes. Because I remember fighting them on ground, and I feel like they didn't look like the most impressive thing, but actually having it in hand now, again, it just feels like a really good suit. I think it's also our 3rd 400 cost heavy attack raid, so that's pretty cool. But that's going to do it for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Gundam EZ8 HMC. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.